Welcome
Hola.
back. Hola. Welcome back. This is another episode of our channel, and we are very excited actually with the channel, with people that have been watching our videos.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
And I know I wanted to say something before we start this episode as well, that we are work in progress with everything, with feeling comfortable with the camera, with the audio that now is way better because we got these things. But you will see that the videos about the social media detox have a completely different audio, and there are 4 episodes out about that. And a lot of people have texted me, friends specifically, about what exactly we did, how that detox went. And so we thought, we thought, let's not post it anymore because it doesn't have the actual quality in terms of audio, and maybe it's a little bit too boring, too dense. But since people are curious, we thought we will still upload those videos, but more in aleatoric. Yeah.
You didn't have an idea what you said. I didn't have an idea.
No, because in Spanish we have aleatoriamente. Okay, not in order.
I don't think it not the fact in boring I wouldn't use, but very dense. Yeah,
Dense.
Very dense.
But we will still upload the detox that happened in March. These videos we recorded and we uploaded. Because I think there is so much information of things that we realize during that whole month with that social media that is worth it to put there. Just be patient with the audio. In that moment, we're still learning. We're adding a nice setup for you as well. This
and
is
a
called,
nice setup and a nice setup. Nice view and a nice view.
How is it called? This?
Sunset sessions. We just came up with that now.
Exactly. So, but thank you so much. And any suggestion, anything that you're curious, just leave a comment because it's very important for us.
Or even share your thoughts with us as well.
Yeah.
What do you think about the videos? Any suggestions you have for us, or maybe a point of view that you had about the video that, something worth sharing for anyone who watched the video. They can see in the comments, and it can provide them with information as well that can be useful to them.
Yeah.
Because the reason we really started this channel is for us to share our journey and share tips that really worked for us.
And create community as well.
And create community, and also find use in information, that really helped us along our journey. So that's really why we started this channel. So we really hope you guys are finding informative takeaways from our videos. That's really our hope. Even if we can help you to question 1 or 2 things in your life, that for us it changes.
100%. Also
we can
because
help,
this happens whether we record it or not.
Yeah.
We do this right after breakfast, at night, in the afternoon. These sessions, we always have it. The only difference now, we're trying to get a nice setup and we're putting a camera and trying to be as natural as possible. But
and
it
sometimes
always happens. We're always talking about these things and how to get better and tips between us and understanding each other, etc.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll just not see each other for 10 minutes if we drive to the gym separately. And it's as if we had 6 months worth of downloads.
You come and say,
and I meet her in the gym and I'm like, you know what I just thought? And so we got to cut it short because sometimes we've got to work out and things. But generally, it's just hours at the table and just, sharing it out. But let's...
So let's talk about today. We want to talk today about why we think traveling during summer, it's not the smartest decision, at least for us. Why? And we want to touch, we're not experts and we're not giving tips in this matter. We just want to share why we think for us it's not actually a very smart option to travel in summer unless there is a very clear purpose, right? So...
And I think maybe before we should start with saying that this was the first summer that, due to unforeseen circumstances, we had to stay here in the country. So it's our first summer year in the country without traveling. And that forced us to obviously have a different perspective because we spent the summer 100%. Differently.
Yeah. Not even a weekend away, nothing here. So this made us talk a lot about it.
And rethink the strategy. Yeah.
Because of course the missing out of we're not traveling in summer, it was there. Now we got it. But we got into some conclusions that we thought was worth it to share why maybe for us, again, not for everyone, traveling in summer, it's not the smartest option. So I'm gonna just start away with the number one and then you keep going.
Yeah. Can we just touch on the FOMO?
Yeah.
The FOMO or the fear of missing out that we were referring to is for us mainly was on social media.
Yeah.
When we see people, followers of ours or people that we follow, having the classic passport with a ticket.
Or the mountain, or the photo in the
mountain. That the fact that they're traveling, and we feel lesser than,
Yes.
for the fact that we didn't maybe travel that soon, even though we know that time we'd be traveling. It's maybe just like later on in the summer. But yeah, it creates that, we should have left earlier, or we should have planned ahead, or...
Even if it's a destination that we have been,
Yeah.
if it's a photo of green, things that we like, green with
Nature.
nice weather, nature, we'll be like,
Yeah.
Not
that's
anymore.
Not anymore. So that's the fear of missing out that we were talking about. But that's basically social media pressure, which we have enough episodes about.
Yeah.
But
So number one is the financial reasons. Why? Because during summer, as per our experience, the prices are higher.
To book tickets, it's higher.
To book attractions is higher.
Restaurants,
to eat,
everything. Yeah.
Because it's packed. The cities have more people. And so for us was like, why will we give away bigger amounts of money just for the sake of traveling summer when we could spend less traveling just few months later? And
in the
also,
shoulder season, yeah.
And also having a more peaceful experience because the cities will be not as chaotic as summer, right? So that's the first... Financially made more sense for us since we are in a very strategic moment financially that will require another episode. So we were like, no, it's not smart for our financial goals to travel in summer. That's the first. Second,
I always believe that one should travel with a purpose and not just travel blindly. For example, let's say there's only a certain hike that you can do during the summer period, right? The trail only opens in that summer period, so you go for that specific period and you go and do the hike. Or you want to do Camino de Santiago in Spain, for example. That's traveling with a purpose. But we've also had cases where people come to us and say, oh wow, you should check out this country, it's amazing. As much as that makes us curious, we're not necessarily going to travel there out of curiosity and spend that money just to see what it's like, It needs to resonate with us why we travel to a certain place, and it needs to have a deeper purpose why we're going there. So yeah, that was the big one, and I think a lot of these companies are really pushing the whole Europe thing, or the summer, pushing the summer break, or the summer break agenda. But I think that's a big reason why we just decided to not really fall prey to that advertising trap.
Also because I feel like we were just traveling just because we're supposed to travel. It's summer, it's hot in Dubai, we need to travel, not because, it's in alignment with your purpose that you're saying. Once you ask that question of a purpose, it clears everything up. But I think so many times, if you think about our trip to Europe, in the middle of the summer, July and August, just because it's conditioned, it's forced somehow that we should travel in summer. When there is a break, spring break or Easter, so you have to travel. So travel or you're behind. And that has changed for us.
And even this is interesting, even for those who don't travel, there's another advertising scheme that they'll push staycations. So in case you don't want to feel left out, here's a staycation for you, so that you feel like
100%.
you've
Wow.
done something.
Yeah, we haven't done
Right?
it.
Yeah. So here's a staycation. Go and treat yourself. It's as if you need to do everything to escape the current life that you're in. But that's a topic for a different day. I will actually give some perspective here, right? So in June, July, August, usually temperatures are in the 40s, right? Difference is everything here has AC, everything, every single thing. But last year when we were in Europe, it was 40 as well, 42 in Rome. And they have these little, I mean, they call it ACs. It's little small units that you can turn on and off. It takes about a couple of hours to get like half of the room cold, right? And
Not even cold.
Not even cold. And then, like, once you leave that room, you're completely exposed to the 42 degrees. We're here, like, I mean, for a few seconds, once you get into your car, you're fine. Once you get to the place you're going to, you're fine. But there, like, majority of the places didn't have it. So, in terms of perspective, I would much rather than spend it here than spend it there. Not to say, of course, each place has its pros and cons. I'm not getting into that, but I think for me, having seen or experienced both sides of it, I would prefer to do Europe with cooler weather, less people, and cheaper prices.
Let's just not stick also to Europe, because it doesn't need to be Europe.
Yeah.
There are other countries. There is Turkey,
Okay,
even nearby.
So I would stick to traveling in shoulder periods,
100%.
shoulder season.
At least that's what works for us. And then we decided, when we were talking about this, like in May, I think we started to talk about it, because we knew we were not about to travel this summer. And it's like you said at the beginning, it's the first time. We were like, we can either feed up this missing out that we're not gonna travel, or we can actually turn the summer in Dubai, while we live here, into a growth season,
Wow,
when we are locking ourselves into growing, into working out more, into getting ripped, into whatever aspect, creativity. So that's the time. And actually it's been amazing.
So growing spiritually, growing emotionally, growing intellectually, growing financially, growing in every single aspect of the word.
100%. To give you some example, the amount of books that you have read during this time, the physical transformation, the training, the creativity that has invaded this home.
Oh, invaded this home.
Invaded this home. It's insane as well. And I feel like once the summer finishes, we will be two completely different people. Physically, mentally, like our goals are so sharp now in so many things. Nutrition wise was sharp. Sorry. Was sharp before, but I will say financially, I think it's very sharp. Where are we leading?
Yeah.
Before we had few ideas, but now, just because we here creating, also we took action to start the channel as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like there is a very beautiful side in not traveling in summer and dedicating your summer to your own growth, if it's something that resonates with you. I give big credits to traveling, and we are big travelers. We love traveling. We were part of more than half of our career was traveling every 3 months, changing countries. So we're not here trying to tell you, actually don't travel and stay at home. No.
Yeah.
And especially you have a very explorer soul.
Nomadic soul,
Yeah. So traveling it's amazing, but again, with purpose, in the right season for you. If there is another perspective, there is another side when summer can turn into setting up who you really want to be, and work on that and lock yourself into that. And this is pretty much, I think, what we did. I've been doing now. We still.
That's a great point. Absolutely. I think, what if it finished? Okay.
No, because this is up.
What if, right? it wasn't so much us that needed a change of scenery, but our mind that just needed to do something different. So what? Because I can tell you, I'll be the first to say, I thoroughly enjoyed spending my summer here, and I will continue to do that. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Me too.
For me, I think it's not you or your eyes that need a break. For me, this is how I see it. I don't think my eyes needed a break or I needed a change of location or change of scenery. I do believe that my mind is what needed something different. So it's moving out of that monotony. And if you go back to our channel, there's a video that we did about purpose as well. And when you find your purpose or something that really fulfills you, even if you do that, you wouldn't necessarily feel like you need a vacation, in my humble opinion.
I agree.
I mean, I don't feel like I need a vacation from my life. Because I've thankfully created a life that is so conducive to happiness and fulfillment in every aspect. I get to do the slow mornings, the creative and physical afternoons, and the reflective and insightful evenings. Those are the three things that I feel are very important to me, and I have that dialed in now, thankfully. And that's what my day consists of. So I don't necessarily feel like I need a break from my life. Because if you feel like you need a break from your life, maybe you should look into your life and see what is it there that you can maybe dial in and change if it's possible.
Yeah.
So I think that's also important to remember.
Very nice. I think that's it. I think we covered the reasons and our perspective about summer trips. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Leave us some comments, please.
Yeah.
We will be posting the detox, and we will keep uploading videos weekly. And if you have any suggestion, if you think about these topics differently, we would love to hear also your opinion.
And I hope you enjoyed the sunset, whatever you could see of it.
Okay.
We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.